only the following persons shall be allowed inside the polling place: members of the EB support staff and watchers, representatives of the Commission, DESO technical support staff, EAPP support staff, voters casting their votes and their assisters if any, voters waiting for their turn to cast their vote, jail or prison escorts escorting persons deprived of liberty voters, or other persons who may be specifically authorized by the Commission. The following persons shall not be allowed to enter the polling place unless they are going to cast their votes: any member of the AFP or PNP, any peace officer or any armed person, all other kinds of armed and unarmed extra-legal police forces, or any barangay and SK official, whether elected or appointed. However, policemen or peace officers may be detailed upon the written order of the EB members for their protection as well as the protection of election paraphernalia. They shall stay outside the polling place within 30 meters, near enough to be easily called by the EB at any time, but never at the door. All registered voters whose names appear in the EDCVL may vote in the 2022 national and local elections unless their names are manually crossed with the following annotations duly signed by the EO. If the voter's name is not found in the EDCVL, the voter shall not be allowed to vote and shall be requested to leave the voting center. Further, any voter or watcher may challenge any person offering to vote for not being registered, using another name, or suffering from existing disqualifications. Any voter or watcher may challenge any person offering to vote for being not registered, using the name of another, suffering from an existing disqualification. In such cases, the EB shall determine the truthfulness of the ground for the challenge by requiring proof of registration, identity, or qualification. If the identity of the voter is challenged, the EB shall identify the voter's specimen signature and photo in the EDCVL. In the absence of these proofs of identity, any member of the EB may identify under oath a voter personally known to them. This shall be recorded in the minutes. If you are not satisfied with the identity of the voter, direct them to leave the polling place. On the other hand, if the challenge in the identity of the voter has been decided in their favor, require the voter to sign the EDCVL and direct them to proceed to the chairperson to obtain the ballot secrecy folder, and marking pen. A voter or watcher may challenge a voter on the following grounds: received or expects to receive, paid, offered or promised to pay, contributed, offered or promised to contribute money or anything of value as consideration for his or her vote or for the vote of another, made or received a promise to influence the giving or withholding of any such vote, or made a bet or is interested directly or indirectly in a bet that depends upon the results of the election. In such cases, the challenged voter may take an oath before you that he or she has not committed any of the said acts, and the challenge will be dismissed. If the voter refuses to take an oath, the challenge will be sustained and the voter will not be allowed to vote. Remember to always record in the minutes all challenges and oaths taken and the decision in each case. These are the procedures you should follow in case the ballot has been rejected by the VCM. First, misread ballots. This happens when a ballot has not been scanned properly. If this happens, you will allow the voter to repeat the ballot 4 times in 4 different orientations. Second, the ballot has been previously scanned. This happens when the ballot may have been previously scanned by the VCM. Third, the ballot is invalid. This happens when the ballot is not configured to the VCM. The voter shall return the ballot to the chairperson, who shall check if the ballot ID corresponds to the clustered precinct number. If it does not match, the chairperson shall put the word "rejected" on the ballot and place it inside the envelope for rejected ballots. The chairperson shall then issue the correct ballot to the voter. If the newly issued ballot is still rejected, the voter shall return the ballot to the chairperson, who shall distinctly mark the back as rejected. Require all EB members sign the back thereof and place it inside the envelope for rejected ballots. Take note that a replacement ballot shall not be given to a voter whose ballot was rejected due to his or her own fault. Any party objecting to the rejection of the ballot shall reduce his or her objection in writing, which the EB shall attach and note in the minutes. In case an objection is raised by the voter in the VVPAT, the chairperson shall direct the voter to affix his or her signature at the back of the VVPAT. Note the specific objection in the minutes. Attach the contested VVPAT to the minutes or copy for the ballot box. The objection shall be raised before the VVPAT is dropped by the EB third member in the VVPAT receptacle. Remember that filing of frivolous objections shall constitute an election offense punishable under the Omnibus Election Code. For this purpose, you, as an EB member, are allowed to administer oaths so that if the protest is frivolous, falsification, or perjury charges may be filed. The members of the EB are prohibited to announce the following matter during the voting period: whether a certain registered voter has already voted or not, number of registered voters who have already voted or failed to vote thus far, any other fact tending to show or showing the state of polls.
Thank you and vote safe, Pilipinas!